Oh yeah, somebody was ripping on us because they're like, couple of stoners. They assume that this is weed.
That's hilarious. No, he's way bigger of a douchebag.
Dude,
I wish I could.
Shit, interested.
I wish I could fucking blow a cloud that fat off of a fucking
over and
vape
over
stick
again and
Are you kidding me?
Not go crazy.
You've seen the shit that he's been fucking throwing out of it. Looks like you're the guy in the Green Mile whenever he releases fucking Tom Hanks's cancer.
Yeah, fucking
like,
locusts come out of my mouth.
Dude, vape sticks from dispensaries don't do that shit to you. I fucking wish. These fucking people are posers. All right.
Black people are fucking obsessed with race. You ever notice that? Of course you have. It's impossible not to notice that. I was at this big marketplace one time, and there was this black guy just yelling at this poor little Asian girl behind the counter, and he was playing the race card hardcore. He was doing the, why can't you treat me the same as these other people? That's all I ask.
Did he say
all
that?
Because she was too slow getting him his fucking pork chops. Yeah. She dragged ass on those pork chops. I mean, not literally.
Wait.
That'd have been sexy. Because,
that is so basic.
I don't get what he was saying about it dragging it.
He said that he was at a store. He tells two different versions of this story, by the way, and they conflict with each other. But no, I was like, if you see a woman literally dragging her ass on the floor, then she'd be a cat
or a dog. Yeah,
wiping her own asshole. That's just so basic.
That's a peek into what he's into.
When you fucking say something and then you go, that'd be sexy.
He wants girls to like sit on the toilet and then sit on his face right after. Like, this guy is fucking weird.
So
he says black people with a capital B.
Black. And an exclamation point.
It's like a capital B and it's bolded, but that's the only letter. L-A-C-K is just lowercase and regular.
But he's not a racist because some of his closest friends listen to hip hop.
I love hip hop, dude. I jam to the Beastie Boys all the time. All right, I love Rage Against the Machine.
License to Ill is my shit.
That was one thing that pissed me off about one of the venues that ran open mics.
Yeah.
Back when open mics were a thing, if they ever become a thing again, I don't know. But is that like it was like a rock and roll blues joint? I'm not gonna say the name. But like, and so like they didn't. Whenever I would run sound for Mike sometimes to fill in, they wouldn't want us to play rap music.
Oh, I think I know what place it was. Is it a classic rock?
Yeah,
with a classic rock theme.
Yeah, no, you know what it is. And they didn't want us to play rap music. So like, but they were totally cool with Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine. And it's just like. I get Rage Against the Machine a little bit, but you can't say that Zach De La Rocha isn't doing anything other than fucking rapping. Like,
you can't play like fucking like Walk This Way?
Yeah, I guess maybe. It was just so weird. I think they just were kind of saying like, we don't want some ignorant shit being yelled, but it's just like, so you want me to play fucking...
We don't want to hear the N-word.
Yeah, that was probably what it is. Honestly, I never even thought about that. Like, the amount of times that I've just been running sound at a bar and just randomly thrown the N-word out there really loud, like just in a moment in a rap song. Oh, that's why... Man, I never thought about that.
So TJ Kirk. So the pictures I showed you. So this is
Did he dye his hair?
Well, I know he put dye in his mouth for that Beyonce video.
Because his hair is like black and shit in this.
Well, see, in this video, he looks like he's at the bottom of the pussy food chain for the fucking Limp Bizkit road crew. No, he looks like the Duck Dynasty's gay brother. and in the one video where his hair's all feathered out and blonde, he looks like he's at the bottom of the pussy food chain for the Leonard Skinner road crew. And at the Beyonce video where he's got the dye in his mouth and he's going, he looks like he's at the bottom of the pussy food chain for the Marilyn Manson road crew. Those are all my roast jokes for the same joke.
The bottom of the pussy barrel.
But he tells the story twice about how he's at a market and somebody's getting upset, and so racism doesn't exist.
You know. It was because he's a brother, though, you know? She's not just slow at her job. It's because he's black that she's being slow. If he was white, ooh, he'd be getting them pork chops so damn fast, you know?
Oh, my God.
Like, jeez, fucker, this is the meat counter, not Roots. This isn't the time for this, I just want to be treated like everybody else.
I don't think that speech was ever heard in Roots.
You're buying meat. You're not a fucking civil rights icon. No one's going to pass by the scene and be like, holy shit, it's the next Rose.
People were, like, upset that Kunta Kinte knew English. Like, that's,
I think that's like, the level they were operating.
They're like, what are you... Alright.
Could you not rape my mother in front of me? I think that's the level of...
He is, like, cringy, like, edgelord.
Oh, God.
Rosa Parks, everybody, quick! Someone put this man on a...
It's funny, like, if he was just, like, being funny and not just, like, trying to make a joke, how, like, more okay, like, easier to watch this would be, you know what I mean?
Him trying to be funny is the worst part.
I think, exactly, like, you know what I mean, though, like...
on a fucking stamp! Can we have a national holiday for this man? Can we close down the post office and the bank for a day to remember this man's struggle against the tyranny of the pork chops being put in the bag too slow?
It's funny
I'm done with black people.
Wait, you just said...
Yeah.
You just said I'm done with black people. Okay,
that
so...
was a perfect... Let's get him canceled, dude.
It's just funny that he's so
that.
triggered by this.
It is. It's weird. I mean,
I'm really upset that this guy ranted at the deli, and so I'm going to rant about fucking black people for 16 minutes.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, like, the white person would just find something else to rant about, you know? Yeah, they wouldn't say, is it because I'm white, but they would be like, are you on drugs or something like that?
Dude,
you know?
I've gone off all the time.
Yeah, it's not like...
I get mad. I gave the finger to the guy at the fucking sushi place because they were, like, seating people,
that
but
was
they weren't
'cause you
doing
were
takeout.
white.
Well, I got away with it because I'm white, but...
What? They were seating people, but they weren't doing takeout?
Exactly. And it's the only place that has good sushi that I know of.
That doesn't make a bit of goddamn sense.
That's what I said. I go, this is why we can't have nice things. And then he goes, there's nothing I could do. Well, he didn't say it like that. He said it in Chinese. I'm not TJ Kirk, so I'm not gonna do that. But he just turned around and walked away, and I just went, boom. And then walked out, and then I didn't go back for like months because I was like, oh shit. All the chefs probably saw me.
That's so weird.
I just lost my temper.
Yeah, definitely could have been months since all of this.
They seem to recognize me even with the mask.
Dude, somebody at Amazon recognized me even with the mask on.
Yeah?
For my comedy.
Fuck.
From Rebar.
They're gonna recognize me when I come back because I'm gonna be one of 5 comics on stage.
Dude, that was the first time I've been recognized. It felt great.
I got recognized for poems. Like I was straight once.
I was just like, thank you. Oh my gosh. And he was like, yeah, man, Rebar was great. And I was like, yeah.
With my luck.
And then I just felt sad. Like I was like,
my luck. I'm gonna go to LA and they're gonna be like, you're from that fucking Tupac video. That's why I didn't do it with you.
Dude, at least it was.
Because I was like, I did not want you going to
At least it was not.
And then be like, you were that Tupac video.
It's not Kobe. It's Tupac. Like, I feel like you might get more shit if you went about Nipsey Hussle.
I don't know enough about Nipsey Hussle.
Exactly.
I mean, he has an awesome name.
I don't think he was a bad dude, but like, I don't know that much about him either. But as far as I know, he was all right.
And he never got anybody killed by it. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah, he has a cool name, and it wasn't until way after his death that I learned about Nipsey Russell, and I just thought he thought of like it was like some weird name generator or something.
We should watch Nipsey Russell on.
You know how I fucking learned about Nipsey Russell is an episode of Match Game.
Oh, so it was an episode of Match Game?
No, yeah.
He used to do that all the time with the guy with the.
It was an old episode of Match Game.
Do you do any
with
rhymes?
Nipsey Hussle, or Nipsey Russell rather, and like it was while I was at like a dealership, while my girlfriend was getting work done on our car. And, like, I was like, oh, the match game. We had been watching fucking Drag Race, and every season they do an episode where they play the Snatch game. And, like, each queen chooses, like, a celebrity that they do an impression of and, like, stay in that character during a match game.
And somebody did Nipsey Russell?
No, but that's just what made us pay attention. And then I was like... And then they were just like, one of the girls was like, oh, I know I have to go with Nipsey Russell first. And I was like, oh my gosh, Nipsey Russell. I freaked out, man.
Yeah, I love those things. All right, more back to the amazing atheist. Yeah. I kind of want to call this the amazing racist, but hashtag free Ari.
Racism at every turn, especially these sniveling little twats who are enrolled at Ivy League schools,
like Angela Davis,
still talking about
like Cornell West.
Where does he go?
Debate one of those fucking motherfucker.
Where does he go where people are playing the race card that much? Like, that's what I want to know.
If I was black, I'd pay for gas with the fucking race card. I'd be like, race card. This is Paul Farrell for race card. Every chance I got.
I really love his fucking classic point about indentured servants.
Oh God, did he say that already?
No,
I just. Oh, you saw it? Oh, you watched it ahead of time?
I watched a bit of it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's
their struggle,
the fucking
and their oppression, and how we as a culture just need to put an end to the very concept of whiteness.
How about that?
I mean,
that's
excuse me. You go to an Ivy League school. You don't get to whine about fucking oppression anymore. Like, not even a little. I mean, you can, I guess, but you look like a fucking retard.
Yes,
that's this fucking kid,
Okay, he's showing a picture of a kid with glasses. This is just a random kid. This isn't a real person.
Really?
I don't know who this is.
You don't think this is referencing anybody?
No.
He just found a picture of a random black dude?
Yes, because the person he uses as a homeless picture looks like an art picture of an old man. I think this is just a random kid with...
I saw that too. It totally looked like some stock bullshit.
He just took some teenage kid with glasses, black teenage kid with glasses, just went, this motherfucker.
You look retarded.
This fucking Four Eyes here thinks he's oppressed.
Retarded people don't know about racism. Like, that would be really funny if a retarded person was like, "Who's just racist?"
That's probably a thing.
I feel like there's more likely kind of like a how some dogs don't like black people. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like energy they picked up from their surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was mean, the way I said that. All right.
Kid here is so brainwashed into the cult of black pseudo-oppression
that he
would have no
glasses.
problem looking into the eyes of a white homeless person and saying, you've got white privilege.
This didn't happen.
We need to dismantle the power structure that unfairly advantages you over me.
This is in your head. That didn't happen. He just made that up.
Yeah.
That just some fucking African American stud that Cornell West is just gonna walk up to a homeless person and go, "Let me tell you something, motherfucker. You're oppressing me.
Here's $1." What the fuck? I did not watch very much of it. This shit is ridiculous. I can't believe he went on for 16 minutes.
We don't have to go 60 minutes.
Oh, no, there's no way I can deal with his voice.
And the homeless guy would just be like, you got $1? You know,
he's
not
cracking
until I
himself
get
up
my
like
reparations. Because black people, listen up here about this reparations shit. For your own sanity, stop asking for reparations. Because you know why? It's never going to fucking happen.
Okay.
No one but...
All right. Okay. Here's the thing. He's against reparations, so you're free to break into his house, smash his fucking video game console, and all his fucking Marvel movie DVDs, and his action figure collection, and take his samurai sword off the fucking wall, and cut up his fucking Matrix leather duster and his fedora hat, and just trash the place until his mom comes downstairs to find out what's going on. And he won't sue you because he doesn't believe in reparations.
He doesn't deserve, yeah. You're not going to get it. Stop asking.
Yeah, stop asking for it. Stop trying to sue me. You're never going to get it.
I'm sorry.
But you thinks you deserve money because your great-great-great-grandpappy was a fucking slave. Because he's long dead. Guess what? His troubles are over. And the people who enslaved him, they're long dead too.
But Meghan McCain gets to keep her money? She gets like $500 million in beer money that she didn't earn, but she's allowed to get that. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
It's whenever he says, man.
He says something really stupid pretty soon. I can't wait to hear this.
He's proof that, like, man, the right following he's uncancelable. He has to rape a kid on camera. You know what I mean? Like, he just said fucking slave. Like, he was...
Fucking slave.
Like, he was mad at slavery. Like, he was mad at anti-slavery.
He was mad at people complaining about slavery.
He was just like, hey, slavery.
He should be mad at slavery.
Yeah.
And I refuse to hold myself accountable for their crimes.
Nobody asked you to.
And your argument
that
I, as a white person, continue to benefit from slavery 200 years ago, and you, as a black person, continue to suffer from slavery 200 years ago, guess what? That argument is bullshit.
Okay, prove it.
Because first of all, if your ancestors weren't brought here as slaves, you'd probably still be in Africa, where in most places life sucks significantly more than it does here in the U.S. A lot of Africans aren't bitching about white privilege.
Wait. He said something really funny. Is there any way we can rewind it? Yeah. Okay, well, he said Africans aren't bitching about...
No.
Africans aren't bitching about white privilege. You know what else Africans aren't bitching about? Polar bears. There are none in there.
Yeah, that means South Africa.
Yeah, but even South Africa had reparations and reconciliation, but they didn't fully do it.
Really? For apartheid,
they had some people went to jail. Some people got paid out, but for the land ownership wasn't. They didn't deal with land ownership. They didn't seize land. Which they should have, because now the majority of landowners are white. So, yeah, they probably are bitching about white privilege.
Yeah.
Because the white people that are there are all rich.
Oh, where else is that like?
No one but you thinks you deserve money because your great-great-great-grandpappy was a fucking slave. Because he's long dead. Guess what? His troubles are over. And the people who enslaved him, they're long dead too. And I refuse to hold myself accountable for their crimes.
What about
and your argument that I, as a white person, continue to benefit from slavery 200 years ago, and you, as a black person, continue to suffer from slavery 200 years ago? Guess what? That argument is bullshit.
It is?
Because first of all...
Yeah, isn't it like that I've never...
If your ancestors weren't brought here as slaves, you'd probably still be in Africa, where in most places life sucks significantly more than it does here in the U.S. A lot of Africans aren't bitching about white privilege. Slavery. They're worried about finding clean drinking water or substantive food. They don't get to berate the little Asian lady at the meat counter for bagging their pork chops too fucking slow, okay?
So she was Asian, so it was a black thing.
He points out that she's an Oriental at the first telling of it.
So it was a black thing. There's a long history of black in... Well, there's a long... You ever heard Black Korea by Ice Cube?
No.
Okay, well, it used to be... Because of the immigration policy, a lot of the fucking property owners...
I mean, Chinatown
in black neighborhoods
poor neighborhoods, no? Like Chinatown,
do the right thing.
Koreatown... That kind of shit. It's always around.
Well, in black neighborhoods, a lot of property owners are Asian. You ever seen that? You ever seen Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
Where he's like, D motherfucker, D. That's what that's all about.
Oh, okay.
Because of immigration policies, that's a minority that has property, and they buy out property in those neighborhoods because it's cheap, and they open businesses, and they're small business owners. Like the guys who attempted a coup. A lot of those guys are small business owners. You know, I'm not saying it's okay. I think we should all get along. But, you know.
Why can't we?
We should get rid of the concept of whiteness and all that. But, nevertheless, I'm saying...
It is weird. It is weird.
That's something I would expect to see. Like, one time we were at a bank, me and my friend were at a bank and we saw, and I didn't know about this, and this is how I learned this. This Jamaican guy starts screaming at this fucking black guy and starts going, fucking black people.
Oh, yeah. Like, African people and Jamaicans and stuff like that do not like American black people.
Yeah, dude. And I used to work with these African immigrants, and they used to be like, this girl, Grace, used to be like, black people are too loud. And in the meantime, they were just yelling all the time at each other in the break room. But that's, I mean, it was fucking awful. But the point is there's these tensions in the black community with different fucking people that have long histories that go way back. And it's all a direct descendant of slavery and Jim Crow and all that fucking redlining and all that bullshit. This guy's a fucking ignoramus.
I mean, look at that beanie.
That's your American privilege.
Cut your hair,
and you
hippie.
can thank slavery for that. Just as most white people
Thank
can
you,
thank
slavery.
indentured servitude for their being here, because very few white people even owned slaves. Most were little more than slaves themselves. They'd come to America as indentured servants, with the deal that if you work for 7 years...
Isn't like white privilege more based that we weren't slaves, not
Yeah.
necessarily that we were slave owners? Like, it's
Yes,
mostly
exactly.
just that you weren't one.
Comes from the boy.
You know, we got paid for doing work.
Poor white people were put in charge of plantations. Rich people would grant those poor white people the privilege of not being fucking slaves.
Exactly.
Or not being fucking cotton pickers during Jim Crow. We don't have to go on. We've already gone like 21 minutes. I don't think...
He does have an annoying voice.
Yeah, my phone might become a virgin if it hears any more of this shit.
Fucking... That's the kind of, like... guy that just has, like, such a... I don't know. Somebody has had to have tried to sit down and calmly explain, like, systemic oppression to him.
And
like,
he threw his remote control.
With, like, at this... You know what I mean? Like, he's willing...
Someone had to explain this to him by now.
Exactly. At least once. Like, sensibly. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. There was a time in my life where, not on purpose, but, like, I wasn't, like, angry about it, but I didn't know about, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
complicated.
Exactly.
It's way more complicated than that.
But
that's for sure.
At the level he is, especially, like, somebody's
beating him.